is around the corner.
And love is in the air.
But if you haven't found your relationship
Or situationship,
don't lose hope.
we have 10 of the craziest
Sweetest.
and juiciest stories about love.
relationships.
And of course, Valentine's Day.
Let's start with number 10.
Let's do it. My ex-girlfriend's sister is still living with me over a year after the breakup, plus a 4-year update. And this is OKOP, where we read the craziest, true stories and most lovely stories on Earth. I'm John, and Sam, is it a good idea to live with your ex-girlfriend's sister years after the breakup?
Years after the breakup,
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend's sister. I don't know. I feel like it might make things awkward if they ever have their parents home. Or their sister.
Or their sister.
Or her sister's sister, which would be your ex-girlfriend.
What if you're like, hey, we have so much in common. You love your sister. I love my ex-girlfriend. Like, look at all that we have common. Now,
We're
one
ready
thing
to
leads
be
to another.
one
We already
with
live
each other.
We already live together. I don't know, but there is one way to find out.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. So, here we go. This comes from Undulating Wave, who says, I was with my ex-girlfriend, let's call her Sarah, from secondary school. We had been together for 10 years, and we were working hard to save up and get married. Wow, they had been in it. We were both working in different cities about 70 miles apart, but I would get to the train every weekend to be with her. That's adorable.
That's super cute. Waiting by the train. That's like the most romantic thing possible.
That is the most romantic place to meet or travel by.
Train.
Love it. Very Valentine's. Anyway, when her sister, let's call her Katie, applied to university in my city, she lived in the halls for the first year, but couldn't really afford a place to live in a decent location. So I said that she could come and live with me rent-free. Now that's a deal.
That rent-free is probably the best living situation you could have.
Yeah.
But as they say, is free ever really free? Are you going to have to pay for it some way?
I mean,
in damaged relationships.
I don't want to say put an ICU in the comments if you see something that might about to happen.
I want to say it. Put an ICU in the comments if you see where this is going.
There you go. Well, OP says, it wasn't weird at all. He says, I'd known her since she was 9 years old. It made everything more manageable for her family, and everything was okay for about a year. Even nice. She was tidy, pretty much kept to herself, and had a few friends over, but didn't party or bring boyfriends home while I was there. I assume she did at weekends when I was away. But just over a year and a half ago, Sarah told me that she had been cheating on me in a massive way.
Oh, shit.
Wow. She had been in a relationship with another guy for about 3 months. Oh, and
That's a long time too.
And had been living at his house, only coming back to the apartment at weekends when I was coming down to visit.
Oh my! So he's kind of like the side chick.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough.
Wow, that's
kind of rough.
Whew. She decided that she wanted to live with him openly and was tired of lying to me. Babe, I'm just tired of lying to you about my cheating. I just want to do it out in the open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just want to, be free. I'm a free spirit. And I want to be free from you.
Yeah. So goodbye. She admitted that most weekends she would find time to go back and do the nasty deed with him if there was an opportunity to. So even on the weekends where she's going to see him, she would still try to sneak back and hook up with the other guy.
What has that guy got?
I mean,
he's got something.
Something incredible, apparently.
Yeah.
Yikes. It was a horrible shock, and I felt completely numb for weeks. Now, her sister Katie was busy with university and was unbelievably nice about the whole thing. She stayed out of my way and got on with her studies, didn't bring friends or boyfriends home. She ended up finishing her degree. I assumed that she would move on and move out, but she got a job at the university admin department and is now still living here. So
the cheater?
The cheater's sister.
The cheater's sister
is still living with him. After all of this has gone down, the relationship is done. It's imploded, but the sister is still living with OP.
I wonder if OP is going to use this situation as a plot for revenge.
Oh, wait.
That's a conspiracy theory that I have right here. I think OP may let his better devils get ahead of him and potentially use this as a little emotional blackmail. I don't want this to happen, to be clear, but I think it may.
You think it may? Do you really? Do you really not want it to happen?
I don't know.
Do you love the tea too much?
I do love the tea, and I do love drinking it. So maybe I do.
Well,
there's only one way to find out. Let's
back,
get back
to
to
reality. All right. So it's not awkward in terms for me of living with her, but it's really difficult to explain to friends, and it's still a little bit painful because she looks a lot like my ex-girlfriend, Sarah.
Man has a type. Man potentially has a type. And Dale Pfeiffer says, I agree with Sam. So I think we got some of the okay fam that's on board.
The conspiracy theory might become reality.
Conspiracy theory. They're on the train with us. The most romantic ride possible.
I don't feel comfortable saying to women that I don't feel comfortable saying to women that I live with my cheating ex-girlfriend's little sister, but I can't exactly tell her to find somewhere else. But none of that is really my fault. What should I do? Well, Sam, we have a big juicy update, so let's break it down before we dive in.
Really quick. I have some clarifying questions.
Hit us.
Is she on the lease?
So here's the thing. We don't even know if she's paying rent right now.
Right, because for free.
Now, that was initially.
But she still could be on the lease potentially and have it having a deal where he pays for everything.
Well, at this point.
Because we do know that she's not paying rent.
We know that she wasn't initially. We could speculate that after the breakup, maybe he went, but he didn't say that.
Dude, if he's not charging her rent after the breakup, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he's like, and then it's even crazier because he's like, oh, I can't ask her to move out. And it's like, you can.
Why not?
You're not obligated to pay for someone's rent.
Would you guys ask her to move out? I'll put your answers in the comments. I would love to know, but I feel like I probably would. And I think someone would understand. It's like, hey, you look a lot like your sister.
Dude.
This is tough for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could make it through.
Just like the sister thing aside, it's like, hey, I know you came over. I was helping you out with you're kind of like faux sister-in-law, like dating sister-in-law, but I'll admit, it's just kind of hard and awkward and at least pay rent.
Okay.
If not,
conspiracy theory.
Leave. Yep.
Let's do it. Maybe he doesn't want her to leave and he's keeping her around because you know who has morals and doesn't cheat but looks an awful lot like my type? Sister.
For a second, I thought you were OP for a second. I was like, wait, what scenario are you trying right now? Oh,
No,
this is OP. This is not Samuel Donner.
No, this is not. I am acting as OP.
This is OP.
Not in the real world.
Not the real world.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's my conspiracy theory. But I want to see what happens.
Yes, we'll see what happens. And I also have a OK story time. Speaking of people living.
And Kim Quant says OP is being way too nice. I would ask her to leave. I 1,000% agree with you.
10 million%. Kim.
10 trillion%.
Trillion%. But let's get into this 10 trillion% juicy update.
Ooh, that's the juice.
So I posted the story a couple of weeks back. So running through this real quick, we have a little update, and we're skipping to the part where they actually get to the actual update.
The juice is further in the story.
Here we go.
And Danielle, I did not fall in my hat. Does it look like I fell on it? And Aram A says he likes her. I potentially agree. And Kim Quant says OP would be creepy to keep the sister around wanting to date her. Yes, I agree. That is not a good move. And I do not give a thumbs up or a double thumbs up to that potential scenario. But I think, people make dumb moves.
It happens. It happens. So that's another OK story time.
Oh, yeah. I got a haircut.
Uh-oh. There
but
it is.
It doesn't look good. That's why I'm wearing a hat.
Okay.
Thanks, Sophia.
I think it looks great.
But if you want to hide your hair, you should get this hat last day, actually, to get our red flag, green flag merch drop.
You're right, guys. Red flag, green flag. You see me wearing it here? Go grab it. But we're going to grab onto this update. Now, after 18 months, Katie was still living with me non-romantically. 18 months. 18 months after the breakup.
That's so long.
I wasn't.
I love how he specifies non-romantically too.
Yeah. He's like, to be clear.
To be clear.
To be clear. Honestly, it's good that he
We're
clarified.
just roommates that give each other back rubs.
That's all.
Just like me and Christian.
Yeah. Ooh. I wasn't sure what to do about this. And when I posted on relationships, I was just coming around to the realization that I liked having her around and didn't want her to leave.
Who I seed you? Who I seed you? Put I see you in the chat again if you I
That's
seed us.
Put an ICU for our boy or a W. You know what? A W in the chat.
A W?
for
Could
our
it be?
boy.
It could be a potential W.
It could be a potential W. He correctly predicted that. But since I've posted, we've spent a lot more time together socially. And on Monday, I asked her if she would like to go to dinner as a kind of date.
Ooh.
We had a really nice time. We kissed once.
A peck on the cheek or like a full-blown makeout where you potentially have a bruised lip and a hickey on your neck.
Well, I think it was just light because they said we didn't go further.
Okay.
Yeah, not too crazy. We both we both realized this is a complex situation and want to take things slowly. I can't help feeling that I am an a-hole, although am I? Now we have an edit, but is OP the a-hole here?
So wait, to clarify,
Yes.
I'd like to ask you this question. Why is OP saying they're the a-hole?
Because he thinks that he might have created a complex situation because he's like, now I am trying to pursue her romantically after like, a long time of platonically living together, given the sisters.
And who do you think, is he the a-hole to the sister? That's what he's asking?
Yeah.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
She cheated on you for 3 months.
Truly.
Bro, OP is the nicest guy. He's like, oh, am I potentially being an a-hole to this person that ruined my entire life? Like,
honestly, marry your sister, dude.
Dude,
like, do
marry
it now.
your sister.
Yeah.
I think that I don't think that is a concern, honestly. I
Shower
would love
her
to know
with
what you guys think. Is it a concern? What do you think, John?
I mean, again, in a hypothetical world, I would never do that.
What if you're in love? Do you even believe in love, John?
Do you believe in love after love? I believe this is a crazy idea. That's what I believe.
I think, yes, he was setting himself up for this situation by living with his ex's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what's kind of crazy, like, if they were still dating, I wonder if feelings still would have happened with the sister.
Yeah, I mean, they look a lot alike.
Very risky territory that he entered in, but I think go for it. I don't know. Let's see what the comments say. So
What do we got?
Gustavo Aldefus says secondhand incest.
Oh,
yikes.
not exactly.
Not exactly. Alex Herrick says OP is not the bad guy. He's expressing his boundary. And what was the boundary that he expressed?
That basically he's like, did I cross a boundary by starting to pursue her romantically and not keeping it platonic?
I mean, I don't think so because you don't have a relationship with the ex. But you know who potentially did cross a boundary is the sister. I think the sister, I don't think OP's the a-hole, but I think the sister is potentially the a-hole for breaking, like, I don't know, sibling code.
Yeah, sister code.
Sister code.
I don't know. Yeah, because it's like, at the end of the day, that is your sister, but also it's like, you cheated and da-da-da-da, so
yeah,
I'm going to take him now, but...
I think I would be pretty mad if, like, Sophia stole one of my girlfriends.
True. That would suck, dude.
Yeah. Sophia, how do you feel?
my sister has threatened it before, and she actually could. So yeah, it's tough for your boy
Sister's
out here.
pull.
Yeah, it's too strong. Oh, but we have a strong edit to this story. Thank you for all the comments. Whether you said I was the a-hole or not, is that the correct verb? I don't know. We have had a long talk, first just between us, and then with her dad and aunt. Wow, getting a whole family
affair. That seems why.
Her mom passed away 6 years ago.
Oh.
They have been very supportive since Sarah and I broke up, and we wanted to involve them before going any further. We wanted to get them in on the action.
We need
get the whole family.
Yeah. Whoever commented the cest comment, maybe
you might have ICU.
Coming. I don't think so.
Oh my God. We are going to take things very slowly.
Good.
And her dad is going to pay half rent. So kind of sounds like she wasn't paying
Wow.
rent. Wow. He offered to pay to help her move out, as some people had suggested, but for financial reasons, that would be difficult for him and impossible for her to manage financially. Which again, it's like she's responsible for herself at the end of the day.
Yeah. But he's in love.
He's in love.
He's in love. He wants to provide for his
It's
girl.
working out. It is
working out. This is the weirdest, what do they say at the wedding? And
Well,
is the sister at the wedding? Oh, okay, what? You got some tea for me, Johnny boy?
We have not decided about telling Sarah yet, the ex.
Oh.
I haven't even spoken to her since the cheating happened, and Katie has only spoken to her in occasional messages since. We have talked about everything that has been raised on here at some length. It is a difficult situation, and there is a power dynamic that we have, and we have done what we can do to mitigate it. Ultimately, we do have feelings for each other and have for some time. I would absolutely never have dated her for revenge or any other reason. And that's good. But you did. And I would never do anything to hurt or upset her. I understand if you still think I'm the a-hole, but I'm trying my best. And I think, Riley, is there some more updates here? It looks like there's.
I don't know. I don't think OP's the a-hole, but I do think the sister is the a-hole, because it's like you have a responsibility to people that you have relationships with.
Yeah.
Right. And OP doesn't have a relationship with his ex anymore. It ended badly, but the sister still does have a relationship with her sister. So it's like, I think if anyone is the a-hole in this story, it is the sister. But I would love to know, what do you guys think? Is the sister the a-hole in this story? Put your answers in the chat.
Let us know down below. Now, at this point in the story, Reddit had voted OP not the a-hole.
Oh,
that's what Reddit says. But what do you
guys say?
Yep, let us know.
And also, Olivia Clark, what is up?
What's good?
Yeah, we like you too. Cassidy Tem says, Kim, me too. And then Kim Quant says, so glad the text is up. I can hear without my subtitles. Yeah, we got some chat text up in the corner.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. But we have yet another juicy update. So I have had 2 requests for updates, and I'm not sure if there's a threshold, but I thought I'd share anyways if anyone was curious. Thanks for all the advice. It did shape the way we went about getting together, who we told, when, etc. So our families have been incredibly supportive, and we are really happy together. It has been about a month, but it feels so perfectly right.
What does Sarah know?
Ooh. Well, we have had endless conversations about our feelings and our plans, and we have started to redecorate the house together. And we are planning to go on a holiday together in the summer. It feels so much more wonderful than I ever imagined it would be. I don't know what else to add, but if you ever find yourself in a difficult situation, talking it through is so, so important. Everybody feels safer and better about everything when you communicate. Now, Sam, not only do we have an update.
We have another update.
We have an update from 4, almost 5 years in the future.
Wow. So we're getting like a very significant portion of this relationship documented for our enjoyment.
We are currently in the epilogue at the train station of love.
Dude, the train
Harry
station
Potter
of love.
style.
That's a beautiful, 9 3/4 love station. Dude. Sign me up.
And we're chewing our way straight there, baby.
Bro, I hope they don't get any Hogwarts from messing around with each other.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, on that note, how's the chat doing, by the way? How's everyone think? Did anyone think, I can't read their name there, but I don't think that OP is the a-hole, but the sister sort of is.
Yeah, that's what kind of we were saying.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And then over on TikTok, Hooligan says he should not feel she cheated on him. Yeah, so like basically Sarah cheated, so who cares about her?
Very true.
And then build platform 9 3/4 next. We got it. We already got Hogwarts. We should.
Getting there.
And Gustavo Aldofus says John is poetic today. I mean, he's a poet, and he knows it.
I'm poet every day, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
But you know what I want to know every day? What happened in these 5 years of the relationship?
This doth begins the updateth 5 years later. 4 or 5 years
Bequeath it to me, Johnny boy.
We are now engaged. Wow.
Okay, so they
Wow.
got to tell the sister now, yeah?
Nope.
Yeah, she's not invited.
Yeah.
It would be awkward.
Who's the sister?
Yeah, sister who? She's excommunicated
Gone.
from the family.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Cyanide in the bathtub.
She didn't kiss the ring.
She
so
didn't kiss the ring.
She's out. And we are starting to plan for the wedding early next year.
Cute.
The relationship between my fiance and her sister / my ex is better than it was. They exchanged
Better than it was like before this happened, or better than after it happened?
better afterwards, like better today. So now they exchanged messages at birthdays and Christmas, but they don't meet up or exchange presents.
Okay, so they send each other birthday messages.
Yeah. It's so much better.
Better than ever.
Better than
I
ever.
mean, that's hey, at least they're not cursing each other in the streets.
That is true.
Avada Kedavra themselves.
My sister is still single and now lives abroad. And she found out about the engagement a couple of months ago.
Yikes.
It sounds like she found out about it secondhand, too.
That's rough. Wait, is this from a different perspective?
No, I believe this
Because
is
he
still...
says my sister.
Uh,
Oh, just OP's sister, the guy.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The ex's sister. At Christmas, she mentioned needing to know the date early to book the cheapest flights home, and my fiance was too shocked to reply. Because guess why, Sam?
Because she's not invited.
She doesn't want her sister there.
I mean, why? Yeah, dude, that's tricky. All right, would you invite your cheating sister
Ooh.
to the wedding if you were in this situation? So for everyone who just came in, we got, how many people we got? We got 160 on YouTube, 28 on Facebook, and another 30 on TikTok.
Woo!
So to all of you watching, and a couple on Twitch, but to all of you watching, so and everyone who's new here. So what happened is, recap.
Yep.
So basically, OP is in this relationship with this woman. She cheats on him. While she's cheating on him 4 months, he's actually living with his cheating partner's sister. After the original relationship breaks up, he notices he has feelings for the sister, and then they start a relationship. And now it's 5 years later, and they got married, and the cheating sister wants an invite to the wedding.
Right.
Would you let your cheating sister come to the wedding? Put your answers in the comments right now.
Let us know.
In the chat, baby.
We're going to talk about it.
Let's see.
So I'm too excited about getting married to care too much one way or the other. What's going on?
Gustavo says you should invite someone who saw you orgasm to your wedding.
Whoa, Gustavo.
Oh
Honestly,
my God,
is that a
dude.
new Sam's golden rule?
That's a great rule.
Dude,
That's a
is
great
that a-
rule.
That's
All
like
right.
actually a solid
Question. So I heard some mothers orgasm at birth.
Oh my God.
So if you made your mom orgasm at birth, does she not get to go?
rule. Golden exception.
Golden exception.
Yeah.
Okay, one woman is
A golden
accepted.
rule
I'm
and then
sorry
golden
for that
exception.
curse scenario. Let's just keep going.
Wait, no. Say that joke that you made about it.
I don't remember the joke. Let's just keep going. Let's
Yoink.
forget I said that.
So I am too excited. Oh, I already said that. Now, my fiance doesn't want her there, but all her family assumes that it will be fine for the day because it's a family wedding. Yeah. And it should all be water under the bridge. I can't stress enough how little I care about the sister being there or not. I just want everyone else to be happy at the wedding, as I will be impossible or as close to that as I can. I just want everyone else to be happy because I want to be happy or as close to it as I can manage to be on the wedding day.
You want to be happy at your wedding day? Get lost, nerd.
What an idiot. Golly.
You think this is about you?
Come on.
Come on.
But we have a few very quick relevant comments here before we get to your relevant comments. in
Oh,
the
yeah. We're
chat
going to
you're
dive deep
typing
into
right
the
now.
chat. So freaking chat it up.
That's
y'all.
right. But not for commenting. Ogo says, gosh, if only 149 people had warned you that this would happen 4 years ago. I guess that many people did.
Which they did, yeah.
They did the math. I'd let your fiance handle this. Her sister, her family, her objection. Stay the heck out of it and support your fiance with whatever she chooses.
Amen.
OP responds, thanks. This is what I'm planning on doing. And if asked, I will just support her choice. And that is a wrap on this story, but it's not a wrap on the comments below. What are you guys saying over here?
All right,
Let's talk.
so Crafty Witch 420, great username. It says, ask her to leave for sure. Kim Quant says, I have one friend who I slept with that my partner and I hang out with every other week.
Nice.
He'll probably be invited to the wedding when it happens. So Kim is like ignoring our golden rule.
Breaking the golden rule.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, golden rules are meant to be broken.
Some are.
Some are.
Yeah.
Then over on TikTok, Catherine McCumphy says, this is why eloping is the best way to go. No drama. So don't invite anyone to your wedding. Just freaking do it in secret.
How many people have eloped?
Yeah.
Chat
Tell
right
us
now.
your eloping stories.
Tell us your eloping
we would
stories.
We'd love to know them.
Yes.
And the Raven says, definitely let the significant other deal with it, but F that bitch. Come on, dude. You know what? No one could have said it better than you.
She had no remorse. She was like, oh, I'm so tired of like, it's just a chore having to lie to you about cheating and like going over to your place and then sleeping with him.
I know. She sounds not only chaotic, but just manipulative and a little evil.
And that's probably why the sister doesn't talk to her or like have her in her life.
Yeah. So why would she want her at a wedding? You know, that is a bomb that could go off at your wedding.
It's just not. No, it's just not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's
not worth it. Quinn Can Do said, I eloped while I was deployed in Afghanistan.
Wow.
Whoa. That's sick. There's a story there.
We would love to hear your story. Speaking of which, we are now starting a call-in line for video, right? Are we doing that
I don't know
today?
if we're doing it today.
We don't know.
But if you want to maybe have us interview you on the show, call us at 440-508-6567 and text us saying like, hey, I'm on the live right now. Would love to be interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to set that up, but Riley may get mad at us for
it's in the works. I mean, we could
try it.
We could try.
We'll try it maybe in a little
test at
bit.
the end.
Yeah. Text us and Riley will look at your text in a little bit.
Get your Google Meets ready.
Yeah,
Get
fire
your
it up.
Google Meets ready.
Yeah.
But is that where the story ends?
That's it.
Wow.
That's all she wrote.
Well, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about where it ended.
Yeah.
Let her figure that out.
Let her figure it out, and OP got a happy ending from a crappy situation. What more can you ask for?
Hey, we love happy endings.
And we love these next stories.
And we love. And this is the 9th story in our saga of Valentine's Day stories. And this goes, am I the a-hole? Coworker asked me to bake for her Galentine's Day. Was shocked when I asked her to pay for the ingredients. So, as a hobby and out of the kindness to my coworkers, friends, and family, I really enjoy baking and sharing with the people. I really bake for them pretty regularly. I like to have homemade baked goods, so when I'm feeling like I want something, it's practically the same amount of effort to make a full batch of, say, cookies or muffins as it is to make a few. So it's like, might as well make a ton. So I bake big batches, keep a few for myself, then bring the bulk of it to work and share with my coworkers. Pretty nice.
That's how you become the office favorite.
Office favorite. That's how you get a raise. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You put a little yeast in there, you're raising your bread, and you're raising your bread at work. Let's go.
Big dough.
Not to toot my horn, but I'm good at baking. My coworkers are always so grateful and happy when I bring something in. In these instances where I choose to bring things in, I've never asked anybody to pay for anything because I'm sharing with the entire office. Many of my friends and coworkers have asked me to bake them things for themselves or for events outside of work, and I always tell people that I'm happy to bake something just as long as they cover the cost of ingredients. I don't charge for my time, labor, or effort. But I see you in the comments if you see where OP is maybe about to get a little wrecked by the office. Office wreckage. My take on it is very simple. I choose to bring it in for everybody. I'm not concerned at all about getting paid for it. If somebody asks me to make it for them, not for everyone in the office, then it's reasonable to ask them to pay for the cost of the ingredients. And I've done this dozens of times. So OP kind of has like a side business as a baker.
Right.
So, also, I love how they use dozens. A baker's dozen. So
Clever.
a
Wait,
coworker.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How much is in a baker's dozen?
13.
I love you guys.
Let's go. So a coworker of mine asked me to bake muffins for her girls-only Valentine's Day party brunch. That is a mouthful.
Woo.
I told her, sure, what kind? She said mini muffins, chocolate ones, and blueberry ones. I tell her, okay, you can either buy the ingredients and bring them to me, or I can calculate how much it will cost, and you can pay me that way. She seemed absolutely stunned.
Oh.
Reluctantly, she said, yes, that's fine. She couldn't believe that I would charge it, though, and even went so far as to complain to others around the office about me asking to cover the cost of ingredients, being like, oh my God, she's so cheap. I can't believe she'd do that. No concern for my time, my willingness to do it for her, and not make any profit for myself, but so put off because I asked to get this $10 US. This was 40 total muffins, 2 different flavors, made from scratch with higher quality and more expensive ingredients like Kerrygold butter, not the cheap stuff. It tastes so much better, and that's what she wanted. So this is the final question. Am I the a-hole for asking my coworker to cover the cost of ingredients for her personal baked goods, 2 batches just for her? Or is this person being really entitled to my time and my money? I want to know what y'all think. Put your answers in the comments right now, especially those bakers out there.
Oh, yeah.
But, John, is OP the a-hole for saying, hey, can you, give me some grox for this baker's meal?
Can I have a mere penny, please? Please give me
$10.
That is so insane. Just think about the what it would cost. We are in Los Angeles, Santa Monica specifically.
Yeah.
Sam, if we go get 40 handmade cupcakes, what's that going to cost? Tell me.
Probably my left nut and my liver.
That's correct. So $10 is not a big deal at all.
$10 is not a big deal.
And it's so disrespectful to someone who's doing you that is such a huge favor to do
huge
for someone.
favor. It takes time to bake. It takes love. It takes care. And you're just stomping all over that with your big flat duck feet. It's not a good move. I think this is probably the office Karen though. You're running into the office Karen.
And do you try to acquiesce to the Karen to not cause a scene and not have her go crazy, or do you shut her down?
You shut her down, dude.
Yeah.
You don't let Karen be the boss.
That's true.
You put her in her place.
But what if Karen just starts baking up trouble?
Okay, then you say yes, I'll do it, and then you put laxatives in there.
Genius.
But let's go to some of the comments. So from Twitch, they are entitled. The Beck says, obviously not the a-hole. So much entitlement from the other person. John, I'm going to pass it over to you for some reading.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. For Cassidy Tim, I've been in this exact situation, actually.
No way.
Wow, Cassidy. Not the a-hole at all. You're asking someone to make you something, not something that was already made. Pay the freak up. Absolutely couldn't agree more. Annie NGO says, no, but the a-hole, no, not the a-hole. She should have put some laxatives in there. What?
I swear I did not see that, Anne, but we're cut from the same cloth. Do you see the telepathy, Anne? Do you see it? Do you see me peering into your brain and you peering into my brain?
That's pretty crazy.
I feel the connection.
And finally, Rosebud, not the a-hole, and she should start charging for her time. That I completely agree with.
Honestly, start a side little hustle.
Truly.
Call it OP's Baked Goods. Sorry, that's a terrible name. I
It's
really
okay.
should do better.
We'll work on the branding there.
We'll work on the branding. We'll help you. Olivia Cloyer asked, we calling Riley Daddy now? I've been saying Daddy to Riley for years.
Yeah, new show on
Daddy Riley.
Okay, Daddy. Yep, new show coming to you. And
yes,
it's just
please.
It's just videos of Riley.
And then Laura Lee from TikTok says, not the a-hole. She's asking for the bare minimum. I could not agree more. But John,
yes.
You know what I could also not agree more with?
What?
I could not agree more with you reading this next story. This number 8 in our Valentine's Day special episode.
Number 8. Let's start it right now, everybody.
Hit me with some love dump. Whoa, okay.
Get ready. Am I the a-hole for wanting a Valentine's Day card?
Yes.
Done. Story
There
over.
we go. Done. I don't
Guys,
need to hear it.
Let us know in the comments below. Is someone an a-hole for wanting a Valentine's Day card?
Also, what do you want for Valentine's Day? You got any
Oh.
special Valentine's Day plans, you little naughty Nellies?
That's right. Maybe cuddling up and watching some OK OP show.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds like the best Valentine's Day you could ask for.
That's right. And well, this Valentine's Day special comes from Silver Linings, who says, this is a throwaway account as my partner follows my main account. I, 22 female, ordered a customized Valentine's Day card for my fiance, 27 male. Nothing extravagant. It came to less than £5, even with delivery. I am a very sentimental person, and I see cards with a written message as a small but meaningful gesture and tend to hold on to those quite dearly. I've even still got cards from my 16th birthday.
I keep all of the cards that people give me in a little card box.
That is great. I don't.
John just throws them away. He burns them.
I tend to throw away a lot of cards, which is maybe bad.
Yeah. Am I the a-hole for throwing away all of my girlfriend's cards in the trash? Yes.
Well, tell me, guys.
Yeah. What do you do with your cards? Do you throw them away or do you keep them?
I was gonna ask if I'm the a-hole.
Yeah.
Throwing away is John the a-hole?
Is John the a-hole? Put your answers in the chat.
Let us know. But the card arrived today in an envelope which showed the brand of the company that's quite well known for its custom gifts and cards. To which my partner asked what it was, and I said it was a little Valentine's Day card that I had ordered for him.
So far, I just hear love is in the air.
At hearing this, his face scrunched up. Huh? And he made a comment about how he won't be getting me a card because getting someone a card 3 times a year is too much effort and time. Okay.
Man, if anyone has not seen the orange peel video on our channel, you should watch it after this stream. But this is giving I would fail the orange peel test vibes for sure.
But babe, you're asking me to put in 300% of the effort of the first card?
I don't got that kind of time, babe.
I really don't.
I don't got time for love. I gotta make money.
Yeah. You think I can't write? I can't sit and write a note.
I get cramped. I hold a pencil like a toddler, like full fist. I couldn't go between those lines.
Babe, I didn't know you wanted me to get arthritis.
Do you want these hands? Do you know what these hands do for you? These pleasure hands?
That's right.
Do you want them to corrupt and crash and burn?
If you ever want to have a big O again, you better not make me write one
I was
more
talking
card.
about massages, John, you horny bastard.
Good gravy. Well, let's get back to the story. So after that, OP says, for reference, I get him a card at Christmas and for my birthday from him. So, OP gets a card at Christmas and one from
For her birthday.
boyfriend at the birthday. So that's 2.
Okay.
So card number 3 is just
too much.
We are way
Where
over
does
the
it end?
Truly,
Where does it end?
It's a slippery card slope. Okay?
Exactly. Before you know it, the communists are winning.
This house of cards is about to fall over. We started bickering over it, and I tried to explain that I'd rather a cheap or handmade card with a message on it than going out for a date and having him spend his money to cover the bill. It's a thought that counts. It's a thought that counts here, I think.
Also, she wasn't even asking for a card. He was about to receive a card. He's like, "You think I'm gonna get you a card?
Babe,
What do you think this is?
what are you talking about?
What do you think this is?"
I can't do 300%.
Ever since I got an F on my report card in 4th grade, I hate cards and
Yeah,
I want
that's
to burn
right.
everyone that I see.
You're triggering my
You're
trauma,
bringing up my
babe.
trauma.
God.
Do you want me to go back to therapy? Probably, yeah, you should.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, this guy does need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
We bickered over a bit, and I tried to explain. I already said that. And that him saying that he'd rather go out than make what I think is a small amount of effort to get and write a card kind of feels like he'd rather just throw money at the problem instead of doing something sentimental.
Yeah.
He's now calling me demanding and ungrateful, and got annoyed at me as I started getting emotional and crying.
Oh,
God,
this is tragic.
this guy is such an a-hole.
John.
Yes.
I think I need to bring out.
Here we
I
go.
need to bring something out right here because you know what I'm saying? Red flag.
Red flag.
Right
Read the
right
sweater
here.
available.
I think this is a read John's sweater. Also, if you want to support it's the last day of our drop, get a red flag hoodie. But I think this is definitely an issue with the relationship. The relationship, if he's not putting an effort or doesn't want to put an effort to make you feel loved, then that is a huge red flag. And I think you're seeing it right now. So take the warning.
Yeah.
Take the red flag and run.
Run as far away as you can and never return. But OP says, I told him that he had really upset me, and all he said back is that I upset him by getting him a Valentine's Day card.
How dare you think of me more than I think of you?
Oh, my God. I'm at a bit of a loss here as for what I'm supposed to do, and if I was in the wrong for pushing him on this. He hasn't booked anything for Valentine's Day, nor had he even mentioned wanting to go out, which is why I thought that a small card would be a nice gesture. I wouldn't even have minded if he didn't get one for me. It's more the comment he made about it being, quote unquote, too much effort. Am I the a-hole here?
No. Not no. And also, like, I think these stories in particular make me so sad because this sounds like a relationship where she's just asking for the bare minimum. Just the
not even asking
minimum.
for anything.
She's not. She's not even asking for any. And her whole reality has been so distorted that she now feels bad for being thoughtful. Like, that is tragic. And I think, like, one of the great things about, like, Reddit when people go on and type these stories is I think for the first time possibly they're realizing how taken advantage of they were and how much they've warped their reality around this person.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes like a bunch of people on Reddit or two guys on the OKOP podcast to maybe make you realize you deserve better.
That's right. Yeah. Queen, listen, you deserve so much better. You deserve someone who's giving you a Valentine's Day card handwritten every day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Soaked in their own blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, dude. Blood oath.
Why not? the beating heart of love is just gushing out.
That's what you got to do.
Why did I get him started? I knew he was
That's
go
my
there.
favorite. Yeah, divorce. Mahalatol, you definitely got it right. I think we should go to some of the comments. Yeah.
Very true. And shout out to Mahala also for being a member of
the OK Fam.
The OK Fam on our YouTube.
Yeah. If you want to see this live stream, or actually I think this live stream will go live to everyone, but if you want to see past live stream every Tuesday after they're done, be a member on YouTube and you can get access to all of these juicy live streams, these uncut, raw little shows that we do just for our members. But don't worry, if you don't, like, they'll be released live. But if you want to be a real one,
get a few weeks early.
Yeah. Support your boys.
Go to our YouTube, become a member. But let's see what we got in the comments here.
Yes.
Olivia Claire says, literally get a piece of paper and make a card. Yeah, like go to your printer and just fold
it doesn't. You know,
just write on.
Like that's the bare. I mean, if you really want to go ham, go to papyrus or something. But like the bare minimum, fucking.
I could see the boyfriend being like, he was like, goes to the printer, he folds it, and he puts like, heart you. Here you go, babe.
And he's like, I really worked on this one, babe. This was a tough one, but I do it for you.
I pulled through. But Pinky the Slayer on Twitch says, there's so many other ways other than Valentine's Day to show that you love someone. He really did fail the orange peel test to what Sam was saying, but still, there are so many other ways to do it.
Yeah. Molly Thornston says, we froze. Is that true on YouTube? Are we still there? Hopefully we're still there.
See us.
And Mahalatol, you are amazing.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Riley, we have all of like the little things that I texted you about. Good. Perfect.
Very nice.
Amazing. You're the best, Riley. Okay, but you know what else is the best?
What?
Next story. This next story. We're about to read. So, Danielle Pfeiffer, thank you for telling me it's fine. So, am I the a-hole for not distancing myself from my best friend to appease his girlfriend and causing them to argue? This comes from Sufficient Young 1849. John, what do you think?
So basically,
girlfriend's like, get rid of your best friend.
What's the best friend situation? Is the best friend going in and being like, I want you.
I want you, baby.
Is the best friend like, yo, what's up, homie?
I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
Let's get it.
Spill that tea. No, I'm just kidding.
Told you.
I, 19 male, have always been close to my best friend, quote unquote, Ryan, 19 male, since like kindergarten. That's a while.
That's a long time.
That's the equivalent of a Christian.
Ooh.
A Christian is my childhood best friend. I've always just been one of the guys to him. And even when I was outed in 8th grade in our little podunk town and some of our friends dropped me, he never treated me different.
So for clarity, would OP even be attracted to the friend?
I don't know.
We're not sure yet.
Maybe OP is bi, potentially.
Right.
We still had sleepovers, slept in the same bed, roughhoused, wrestled, hung out. Oddly enough, he was my first kiss because 9th grade year, Valentine's Day, I was complaining about never having kissed someone because I was the only out kid. Then he just kissed me to shut me up. But we're like brothers, and that was totally platonic. That is actually...
That's the most adorable thing I've ever
That's the most bro move ever.
Yeah.
I have an okay story time about this.
Yep.
at the end.
Ooh.
I'll tell you at the end. Okay. We moved in together for college, and before long, he started dating this girl, Jessica, 20 female, and I found my own boyfriend, Taylor, 21 male. Okay, so OP is in a relationship with Taylor, 21 male, and OP's friend is a childhood best friend is dating Jessica, 20 female.
Got it.
Jessica was really cool at first, but over time, she seems to have gotten jealous of me because me and Ryan spend a lot of time together and we still hang out the same way as we did as we were kids. She started making snide remarks to me all the time. Ryan's not the smartest, so he didn't catch a lot of it, dang. Or getting upset every time we hung out, which is a lot. About 2 weeks ago, she basically came up to me at a party alone and accused me of having an affair with Ryan, asking me if he was just closeted. I assured he was straight. She then accused me of being a creepy stalker gay. And I need to back off and let him be with her. I told her I'm not trying to stop him from being with her, but she told me to back off again. Okay, pause. What would you do, guys? What would you do in the situation, chat? Like put your answers in the comments. But John, what would you do?
I would be like, listen, like this is your insecurity, right? I guess because correct me if I'm wrong. OP could be attracted to the friend.
Yeah, so
but the
OP,
friend is not attracted to OP.
Yeah,
because,
OP is gay.
Yes.
OP's friend is straight.
Straight.
And I guess they shared one kiss. It was kind of like a bro helping out a bro.
Right.
Kind of deal. But as we know the relationship with the context we have, it does not seem like there is any necessary jealousy that should happen, really.
Yeah, and you should have gone to your boyfriend first and been like, "Hey, this might sound crazy, but I have this fear, feeling, insecurity, whatever. Here it is."
And I think that like you wouldn't. It's really tacky to go to the other person, not your partner, first.
I hate when there's videos of like people exposing cheating and they start like attacking the person who is cheating. It's like no, attack like your partner.
Yes, hit your partner is what John is saying.
Oh God. Oh dear. And we're live.
I'm kidding.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know what you
Yeah. Anyways, trying to get me out here. Yoinks.
All right, but let's get back. But before we do, Danielle Pfeiffer says, I love Spill That Tea. We're not going to bring it back for all the people that hate it, but I just like, poking the bear every once in a while. Danielle Pfeiffer says, nah, you don't want that negative smoke. Nicole Stewart says, as OP, I might back off a bit. Like they still do sleepovers in the same bed. I don't know if they still do sleepovers in the same bed, but I could see that being potentially worrisome. Then they can slack off, but I don't think it should be a hinder on the friendship whatsoever. Christine Cherry says, the girl sounds jealous of the friend.
Totally.
Yeah, I think so too.
Agree.
And then over on TikTok, Mama Goblin, I'm so glad I woke up on time. I'm glad you're here, Mama Goblin.
Yes.
But you know what I'm also glad about? We're going to get back into the story.
Let's do it.
I told Taylor about it, and he thinks maybe it's okay if I pulled back from my friendship with Ryan. So this is OP talking with his boyfriend. Some just get her to relax, just basically pull back for a little bit just to get her to relax.
Right.
But I told him that wouldn't be fair to Ryan, especially without him knowing why. I wouldn't just leave my best friend like that, because then Ryan might be like, oh, is something wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
So I promptly ignored her warning and just went back to the usual with Ryan. All right, question for John and question for the chat. Would you talk to Ryan about this?
Yeah, because like it's not only involving you, but it's kind of like, hey, she's throwing out these accusations, and then again, if they're both innocent, they both know that, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, we know we're both innocent, and just this behavior maybe could leak into other areas.
And maybe there's just a couple things that need to change for the partner to be more secure, or maybe it's just a conversation Ryan needs to have with his partner. Which it seems most likely.
Yeah, maybe they just need some reassurance or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? But Riley's pointing at this comment. Nail Me Down says, what would you do as the friend or the boyfriend? As the boyfriend, she's got to go.
So what would you do as the friend? So what would you do as a friend of the boyfriend?
Yeah, I think you go and tell him.
Well, I mean, so I guess like that's Ryan, the friend of the boyfriend.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I mean, I would just have a conversation.
Just have a
with Ryan.
conversation.
And I mean, but like Ryan doesn't know anything, so he can't really do anything.
What can he do?
But let's, Nicole Stewart says I would. So let's get into what actually happened. So over the weekend, we had made a pallet on the living room floor and fell asleep rewatching the Star Wars movies like when we were kids. That's cute. They have a special relationship. I woke up to Jessica glaring at me. Ryan was still asleep, so I went outside with her to ask her what the problem was.
That's so creepy.
She starts going on about how I'm still making moves on her boyfriend, and I guess Ryan woke up and heard us outside. He asked what was going on, and she said nothing, just a bad night at work. Me, who's had enough of her, decided to be messy and explained what was actually going on, which I'm not mad about.
Yeah, I mean, like, because they both fell asleep in the same bed, and then the girlfriend comes in, right? Yeah, I totally get the girlfriend being like, hey,
what the heck? I mean, if they're falling asleep in the same bed, I feel like that.
It's definitely dicier territory for sure.
But I fall asleep on Christian's shoulder all the time.
That's true. But the girlfriend, she might not know what the vibes are.
Yeah, she needs to check in with her.
Yeah.
But I can understand her being maybe a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
But unwarranted. It's mainly based on security. Of course, Ryan got mad and started a whole argument about how he'd spend time with whoever he wanted, and she does not get to decide who his friends are, et cetera, et cetera. Taylor thinks I should have followed Jessica's lead and played it cool, and that I was messy for no reason. So, am I the a-hole? Put your answers in the chat right now. I want to know what y'all think. But John, is OP the a-hole?
I don't think so. Primarily because OP knows they're innocent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they're not, and they're just trying to throw the heat off their own back.
It doesn't seem. I mean, they're both in relationships.
Yeah,
and like Ryan is straight. I don't know. I don't see it unless there's some secrets that we don't know about. Yeah. But I think it deserves a conversation because I can imagine as like a partner being a little insecure about that, and 100%. Like maybe that insecurity is totally invalid. But if you want to preserve the relationship, a conversation is necessary.
Yeah, just talk to them, reassure them. Like, I think it's totally fine to ask and have a conversation. Like, definitely.
I think, like, the least messy thing to do would have been to talk to Ryan directly. Yeah. It's slightly messier to say in front of her, but she kind of poked at it first. Like, she was the one who brought it out.
Yeah.
So,
it's a little tricky.
It's a little tricky, but overall, I would say not the a-hole. Cup Butter says the girl is a red flag. Kim Quant says not for just continuing their friendship, but OP needs to have a conversation with Ryan. Completely agree. Pinky Das Slayer says facts. I think Ryan may be bi because of the kiss thing. She has issues. Could Ryan be bi?
I mean,
potentially.
Possible, of course.
Sexuality is a spectrum.
That's
so
right.
Maybe a little bit.
It's fluid like they're fluids.
So I want to hit some comments on TikTok.
Let's do it. So Marie Pierce says, I think OP should have just talked to Jessica first to understand her point of view. If she still insisted on OP and his friend to have distance, OP then should have talked to Ryan to explain the situation, which is not a bad idea because, again, so the girlfriend came kind of like Jessica came, initiated everything. So it's like, all right, you're the one starting all this. Let me talk with you first. Let me sit down. Let me just literally try to hear you out, see if we can both assuage each other, come to an understanding. If we can't come to an understanding, then I might have to go to Ryan because, like, I already tried here. I might have to go over here.
That's a good point.
At this point.
That's a good point.
Yeah, see if you can squash the beef.
Yeah, but it is a good beef. It's a hard beef to squash.
That is
hard
true.
Beef to squash, but I think if you go about that, then it's an easier beef.
That is true. And, Becky with an I on TikTok says, even if he is bi, that doesn't mean that he is cheating. Right.
Of course.
So it's like, even if he is bi, maybe they, again, the two of them were assuming, but like, they're both like, hey, we're innocent. So like, what's going on here? What a rock and a tough place to be in. And then Christina Cherry says, I want to have a conversation with him. If he didn't understand what I said, being my friend, then I would have just walked away because I knew that he was a true friend. So is that basically saying I would have talked to him I'm a little confused by that.
I
Actually.
may be a little confused too.
Yeah.
Clarify, but you know what I also want you to clarify, John?
What?
I want you to clarify on this next story that we're about to read. We're doing the Valentine's Day special, the craziest relationship and Valentine's Day based love stories on the internet. I think we're at number 7, 6. But John, hit it.
5.
Yes. I just got a message from my high school crush coming from Drive on Acid. Wouldn't suggest that, but that's a funny username. I am 42 years old. I graduated from high school in 1998. I had a thing for this guy over 25 years ago. Actually, it was more than just a thing. I was head over heels for him. He had the most beautiful blue eyes. He was one of the cool guys. He had his own apartment and convertible and a pager. Woo!
Oh, a pager? Let's go.
He smelled like a combination of Polo Sport, wintergreen gum, and cigarettes.
Dude, the best combo.
He listened to Dave Matthews Band and worked at Foot Locker.
Dude, this man
The
has
man.
it all.
He has it all. The last time I spoke to him was like 2007. I had no idea why he contacted me today. Like I said, I graduated from high school over 25 years ago. Maybe he has dated all the women in our hometown and is now trying to reach out to those of us who have moved away. I have no idea why I'm posting this. I just really needed to share this weird information with people who might understand. It's just so friggin' weird. I would have given anything for him to contact me out of the blue when I was in my 20s. But now, in my 40s, the last thing I want to do is date. At least I don't want to date him.
What? He has a convertible. He works at Foot Locker still.
Dude, he's got it locked in. He's
Bro,
senior,
and let's just say
manager.
he's a size 14.
Oh, goodness gracious. He still has that special honor of being someone who I will always think is perfect because of the person I believe him to be is the person I created in my head when I was 15. She still kind of sees the rose tinted glasses,
yeah, rose tinted.
you know. The creases on his
Polo.
you know, polo.
Oh
or,
yeah,
you
the
know,
coiffed
coming
polo,
through.
the coiffed hair.
Yep.
The fresh kicks.
The cigarette cough. You
Oh,
know,
the cigarette cough, the lung
Just
cancer.
classy.
Dude, great.
We'll see if I decide to go meet up with him. I will let you all know if that happens or not. And we do have an update, but let's take a pause right here. First of all, do we think that they will meet up? Well, OP.
Dude, I have to believe it. I have because there's an update.
There's an update.
I mean, you wouldn't have a juicy update if you didn't have some juicy juice to
What if
squeeze.
What if the juicy update was I ran into his dad and he's a silver fox and I just had to marry him right on the spot?
I mean, that would be a juicy update that I would be excited to see. But I think they're gonna get together. There's something about like old Facebook contacts that just is a little.
The sparks flying.
You know, Facebook has Facebook Date now.
They do.
Dude, people are making love not making love,
Oh,
but making love
I mean,
happen.
I don't know. I
there.
think they are making love.
They're making love everywhere. On
I
the
think.
internet.
Yeah, I think
Internet's a weird, kinky place.
that is true.
But let's see what kinky place these two take it to.
Exactly. So, first line of the update. I just got off a video call with him. Time has been much nicer to me.
Oh no!
Ooh.
It's the cigarettes catching up with him.
That is true. And it goes on. I got a call from the high school crush about 2 months ago, and I made a post that got decent traction. Obviously, I feel that you all need a full update.
Yes.
I want to give you a more complete picture of how massive of a crush this was before I begin. I first saw him when I was in 7th grade, and he was in 9th grade. That was 1994. After about an hour, I was head over heels.
Yep.
My first year of high school, I figured out where he would be and made it a point to walk past him as often as possible, which is the most like high school thing to do.
Maybe he'll notice me.
Oh my goodness.
He did, obviously.
He did. He
just
did.
It just took a little time.
Yeah, just a little.
You made an impression, OP. Never forget that.
That's right. It just took 30 years to make an impression. It's all good.
Hey, which that means it was a solid impression.
That's right. In 10th grade, we had 2 classes together. Somehow, we became friends. Probably because I was cute AF, and he was a charming flirt. We sort of stayed in touch after he graduated, but I was more than happy to just leave him on that pedestal that I had put him on in high school.
Never meet your heroes.
Never date your
Never date your crushes.
especially
No.
after 30
After 30 years. I think
Yeah.
there is an expiration date on dating your
Ooh.
crushes, and I say 7 years. 7 years, then you can't date your crush.
We
anymore.
are packing Sam's golden rules.
Sam's
today,
golden rules,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. We
That's
got
right.
we got another one, which I will not repeat.
Oh,
Actually, no, I can't repeat that one. Don't invite anyone that made you orgasm to your wedding.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Guys, can you drop your relationship golden rules in the chat down below? We want to see how you approach these relationships, okay? And we're going to look at it in a minute.
Yep.
After his message, I called him that evening. We talked a bit more, then got off the phone. I asked him why he contacted me, and he said he saw that I had made a post on Facebook and just thought about getting in touch. Okay, fine. I'll accept that. For a couple of weeks after that first phone call, 15-year-old me was absolutely in control. I felt like a teenager again, and it was awesome.
Aw, reliving youth.
Now, here's where things get really interesting. After a few days of texting occasionally, it got to the point of us talking on the phone every day after I got home from work.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy. By the way, I am a teacher, so I talk to my high school crush every day after school.
Wow, she's reliving the dream.
Oh my God, that is funny. I find that hilarious. Then he told me that he really looks forward to talking to me every day. So I started texting him good morning every morning.
The good morning text. Let's go.
And he started texting back. We text every morning while I'm getting ready for work, usually right up until my first class starts. This has been going on for weeks. We tried to get together a couple of times over the past 2 months, but with the holidays, we've both been really busy. Which brings us to tomorrow. He's coming down to my house.
Okay. I think can I put on a conspiracy hat for a second?
Let's put on a conspiracy hat, ladies and gentlemen.
Just know I'm totally stealing this from someone in the comments. I forgot who. Shout out if this was what you were thinking too. He's married.
Oh.
I think he's married. Midlife crisis. Married.
Dude, you're so right.
Right?
Wow.
That's what I think. I don't know. Put I see you in the comments if you think he's married too. Camille Lee, I think it was you.
Oh, for a second I thought you said it was Camille Lee. She's OP. I'm like, what?
No.
Oh man, I just got started.
That would be crazy.
That's true. Real quick before we get back in, Marie Peer from Facebook shared her golden rule. My golden rule is to always be honest and communicate about everything. I have been, if you could scroll up a little bit for me, Ryan, thank you. I have been with my fiance for almost 14 years, and people ask what our secret is, and I always say this: relationship. Marie, tell your man to put a ring on it, my girl. But congratulations.
That's a really solid golden rule. That's a real golden rule.
Yeah, that's
That's a real golden rule that should be shared and cherished forever.
Yeah. Also, slight fun fact: my uncle was also engaged for like 12 years, so got married at like 55 or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, held it down, dude.
Let's go.
Held it down. But let's get back to reality and read the updates. After his message, I am a little bit ahead.
John is a little bit ahead, but he's getting back to where he needs to be right now. Or I'm going to read some. You shout out. So Mahala Toll says, Sarah, no. Marnie the Dyslexic says, don't forget to give this a thumbs up in the chat. 100%. And also, just so you guys know, we are planning on streaming for only 2 hours. We're like an hour in, but John and I have made an agreement. If we get $100 on donations, we will stream for another hour.
That's
Think
right.
of it like an encore. No pressure, though.
No pressure.
I mean, a third hour is a lot, but we will do it for you guys if you really want it.
That's right. So, hey, if you love your boys, just throw some donations in the chat.
It helps support the show.
That's right.
But
Helps us continue
without
doing this.
further ado, I'll pass it off to you.
This brings us to tomorrow. He's coming down to my house. Now, I normally wouldn't invite a first date to my house, but I'm making an exception here, mainly because I've still got quite a bit of baking to do before Christmas, and I really don't want to go out. We're going to order a pizza and watch some movies.
Oh, that's like almost a Netflix and chill.
That's also, again, a high school date.
It is so a high school date.
So
They
funny.
should watch like 80s movies and 90s movies just to
Yes.
really cement it.
From the biggest movie from the year they graduated.
Oh, dude, so sentimental.
I really want to thank all of you who have commented on my previous post about how they had met up with someone from their youth when they were older and met their husband. I always figured that was just a trope in Hallmark movies. I honestly feel like I'm living in one of those right now, and it's kind of awesome. Another quick update. It's now Sunday. The high school crush came down to my house on Friday.
Oh my goodness, we're heating up. And also, Sarah Betoff, thank you for the $5 donation.
Woo!
We got $5 towards our $100 goal for 3 hours. That's gonna be a long time. but we'll do
3
it for you.
hours.
3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So, and he spent the night at my house.
Oh, so they hooked. They hooked.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm planning on making a longer post soon because I know you all are incredibly interested. Yes, we are OP. But I'm visiting family for the holidays. You're going to have to wait until Thursday for my update. But I can tell you it's all really, really good. And the good news is we don't got to wait till Thursday because we have it today.
Right here.
Okay.
Amazon Prime delivered straight to your door.
That's right.
There we
Straight to
go.
your ear holes.
Straight to your holes. Straight to all your holes.
And let's deliver it
Let's
now.
deliver it now. Special delivery package. Courtesy of Sam and John.
So I still quick refresher. I got a message a few months ago from a guy that I had a massive crush on through my junior and senior year. And maybe into my 20s, we got together shortly before Christmas, and we spent New Year's Eve together. Ooh, that's good to know.
Wow, they're really spending a lot of time. So they're texting all the time, and they're spending time together. That's awesome.
Exactly. And New Year's, that's a big one.
It feels like they have a connection.
It feels like they have a connection.
Like, it feels like real. It seems like it's going past the high school crush phase. I don't know. Maybe, potentially.
It seems like that's where OP wants it to go.
All right, well, let's see where it actually goes.
I haven't been with anybody other than Mr. Right Now for the past 7 years since my fiance passed away. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
He has been single. Since a very messy breakup with his ex 5 years ago. We are both out of practice with this dating thing. We've also both spent a lot of time and energy on introspection in those years. I know that I am in a very healthy place to start dating again, and I believe he is as well.
Oh, my goodness. This turned tragic.
Yeah, it
but
really did.
honestly kind of cute because they're coming back from it.
It's like a bit of a consolation prize. And another consolation prize is Mahala Toll, who's already a YouTube member, throwing $5 in the chat.
Thank you.
What is it?
Shiba dog writing with a brush, writing #1 on a piece of paper.
Is that what we should do? Is we get a Shiba Inu and have them write #1? I love that idea.
But thank you so much. We're 10% to the goal. We may be streaming for you.
That's right. 3 hours.
3 hours.
We'll see. OP goes on to say, we had a couple of conversations about topics that we both probably lied about and hidden in the past from other partners. Instead of doing that, on Saturday, I addressed a topic that I knew was a concern of his directly with him. I was honest and opened. The topic was addressed, and we moved on.
Okay.
What
So
is
it
the
seems like
topic?
it was okay. The topic of what, their past relationships, or
I guess so.
yeah,
Yeah.
like basically being ready to be open again. Like after your partner passes away, that can close you off. I
That's
imagine, to love.
Pretty big, honestly.
But this is the Valentine's Day special, so we're warming up.
That is
we're sitting
true.
by a little fire. We're getting
Love
our
is in the
toes
air.
nice and toasty.
Ooh. Then, this afternoon, he did the same for me. And I even said, look at us. Healthy communication. We're so grown up. Again, we're both in our 40s. We laughed about it, but then we agreed that poor communication has been an issue in past relationships. There have been a couple other instances where we have communicated really openly and honestly, and oh my God, it is so sexy.
Honest communication is probably the biggest turn on that you could have.
That is so true. Almost as big as a turn on as the Cozy Crafter donating $3.99 Canadian.
Let's go. 15% to our goal. Pair character with lovey-dovey eyes blowing red hearts in the air. Oh, I think this is like emoticons. I was like, what is that?
You
Wow.
guys sounded like such older people. I almost said
Oh.
a group of.
Oh, wow.
Excuse
Anyway.
me?
Dude, are you calling us old, Riley?
Wait.
No, well, it's like you guys didn't know what emojis were for a second.
We're reading the text.
Yeah.
We don't know. But you know what I do want to know about?
What?
With this update to this story.
Yeah, and everyone guess how old Riley is in the chat and say an old number.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's gonna-
show them.
It's
Showed
gonna make
him.
me feel more mature. That's not gonna help.
Get your swipe away. There we go. For those of you who are looking for the juicy, salacious details, I'm so sorry. I really don't have anything for you yet. We are taking it slow. That doesn't mean that I don't want to climb him like a tree.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a couple of good makeout sessions, a little bit of under the clothes action.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, dear.
Scandalous.
It's funny. I feel like we're moving at teenager speeds, and I'm okay with that. I have the intention of having him in my life for a long time, and we will have plenty of time. Oh, goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious, St. Ignatius.
I'm still nuts about him. I've absolutely told him the extent of my crush. I even played the song that was his song when I was 15 years old. It was a very vulnerable moment, and I still smile when he texts and calls, like when I just got off the phone with him. However, I have been actively trying to separate the actual person he is from the perfect man I created in my head when I was a teenager.
Yep.
It's kind of hard because he keeps getting everything right, and I'm really, really happy, and that is really, really the end of the story.
It sounds like they're kind of perfect.
Yeah.
But Gustavo had something really funny to say. Riley, do you have it?
Gustavo is just
Gustavo
got the
with the zingers.
He said, somebody tell her he has erectile dysfunction. That's why my bro is taking it so slow. Oh my God, that is so good.
Dude, Gustavo.
Oh my God,
Can you write jokes for us? This is
Yeah,
incredible
dude.
right here.
Gustavo's our new writer
My
right
God.
now.
Incredible.
And then FEC says, honestly, he looks 17. Our little boy cherub over here, Riley. We love him so much. Taya Perka says, oh, yay. Wait, go up a little bit, Riley. Tyler Perkins says, oh, yay, this is the first time I've managed to see you guys on the live from the UK here. Usually I'm in bed and I'm gutted. I miss it. I watch your show all the time at work. Thank you for supporting the show. And I think some other people just supported the show.
Uh-oh, let's check it out.
Go up, Riley. So Danielle Pfeiffer, Millennia's Rule, Riley Drools. Get fricked, Riley.
Yeah.
Thanks for donating. And then Hanichu, another pair character emoji. Thank you so much. I think we're at like 25 right now. Oh my goodness. Catherine Martinez, $20. Oh, we're going to have to stream for probably another hour very soon.
We probably will.
I think we're almost at $50.
Yeah, I think so. We're tally it up for us, maybe Sophia. I love listening to you guys while I'm doing chores around the house. I would like to hear more of Sophia's British accent, but not John. Sorry. You know what, Catherine? Shut my accent down because Sophia's is clearly superior, and we all want to hear.
Sophia, jump over here and give us a little.
Get on over.
Get a little British accent here. Hey, here, Sophia. How about you read this next story in a British accent? Sophia's gonna take over for me for a little bit while I go to the bathroom.
Here we go.
All right. Hit it in there, and it has to be a whole British accent. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
I've got to get into it. It might not be great.
Also, that's okay.
My mom made this. So
your mom made that?
She made it. She knitted it.
Wow. I am genuinely blown away.
Yeah, it took her months and months.
Damn, that's great. Wow.
I'm trying to get my British accent. Do you really want me to do the whole thing?
No, we don't need to do the whole thing, but
the title?
maybe the title. Yeah. Let's give Christina, I believe it was.
This is for you, Christina.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
All right. Am I the a-hole for screaming at my husband to get out after he pranks me with flowers? That was bad.
Prank me with flowers.
He pranked me with flowers.
I can't do it.
I do it better. I have to warm up to it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, we can maybe do some at the end after some.
I'll come back
long
to
reading.
it.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah. All right.
But what you got for us, Sophia?
I've been here in the background listening, but I'm here.
That's true.
Sorry.
She was here.
Let me adjust.
There we go.
Let me adjust.
Get adjusted and cozy.
Yes. All right. Should I read that again? Did you?
Yeah, let's read that one more time. A regular American Sophia.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I the a-hole for screaming at my husband to get out after he pranked me with flowers?
What? I guess the question is, what is the prank? Is the prank I gave you the flowers you're deathly allergic to? Because that's a bad prank.
Yeah, and she's on the floor,
getting
hives.
Get out.
And he's ha, prank.
Yeah, I gotcha. Listen, we've seen some stupid pranks.
It's like the Disney XD that show pranked, and they pop out and they're like, you just been pranked.
Just got you, bro.
But let's find out.
Let's do it.
More. So Direct Caterpillar 77 says,
nice.
My husband and my marriage is not going well. I am very close to divorce, and I've talked to him about it. I told him I wanted some effort. I wanted flowers, chocolate, a nicely written note, something that showed he wanted to romance me. He finally took it seriously and agreed. When I came home from a 12-hour shift yesterday, he had laid a trail of rose petals in our house. It was so beautiful.
There we go.
The trail ended at the kitchen sink where he had piled a bunch of dirty dishes, pots, and pans to clean.
Oh!
What?
Oh my God!
This is horrible.
Oh,
he said he
dear.
got the idea from TikTok.
What?
Stop.
What TikToks are you watching?
Get off that side
Truly.
of TikTok.
Get off! Oh my goodness!
Oh, yikes. I screamed at him to get out of my house. He left after arguing a bit. I cried. Some of my friends said I was right, but others said he was just being playful. Am I the a-hole? And there are some relevant comments, but...
Playful?
John, was that
what-
super playful?
What games are we playing? Okay, that's
Yeah.
playful.
That's a big old yikes.
That's not good.
It doesn't feel very fun.
You know what? You know what's
Jokes-
crazy?
yeah.
It almost reminds me of like there could be someone who like lives in this house that has like pineapple socks and a green shirt that like doesn't do dishes, and then Sophia comes in and like does dishes for this
Yeah,
said unnamed person.
Let's talk about it. Okay,
Uh-oh.
okay. First few weeks I was here, did
Yep.
a horrible job. I
Yep.
would just do it, and then I would like make my pan and then put it to the side and not really touch it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I noticed that it was being cleaned, and I was like,
It's
"What the
disappearing
heck?"
every day.
I'm like, "How is this happening?" I see Sophia one day doing it, and I was like, I felt terrible. Since then, I've been a little better.
It's
Sophia,
true. I agree. No, I will attest. Riley has been better. I haven't had to wash any dishes.
That's good.
But it seems like OP has been washing all the dishes. I think pranks should be fun for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Frankly.
I mean, this one's just like
good point.
stupid.
Yeah, this is just it's hurtful and
Yeah.
mean. The prank should be that you washed all the dishes. Yeah. Pranks.
Gotcha, babe.
Yeah, but there are some relevant comments.
Aha.
Convivial Cat says, "Not the a-hole. I'm old and a widow. I had a very long and loving relationship with my husband. He had a fantastic sense of humor and often did very silly things to get a laugh out of me. Our marriage was solid because he would never have let me come home from a 12-hour shift to rose petals leading to a dirty sink of dishes."
12-hour shift.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
He would have had rose petals leading to a sparkling kitchen, dinner ready, and with him dressed in a French maid outfit, probably with his ass hanging out.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
husband sounds great.
I like that.
God, I miss that man. Anyway, what your husband did, especially knowing how much you were really needing some romance, was incredibly cruel and tone deaf. I don't think this one is a keeper, OP. And OP said, "I am so sorry for your loss. Your husband sounds like an incredible man who loved you very, very much. I wish I had that kind of love." Yeah, that's such a great point because OP was like, "This is the last straw. Like, I want some romance or we're done." And then OP's husband was like, "I know how to fix this marriage."
By making her clean the dishes.
Yeah.
You are so right. That is crazy.
Yeah. There is another comment from TX Farmer who said, "TikTok is a pestilence. Did he film you? That's not playful, especially when the stakes are high. Get him a fake winning lottery ticket, then hand him a divorce decree." Ooh, that's a good one.
Now that's
We've
a prank.
We've seen another Reddit story like that.
Oh.
OP said, "He had his phone out. I don't think he posted it, but if he does, I'm done. I actually found the original or maybe one of the TikTok pranks he used as inspiration. The comments even pointed out how messed up it was to do. I would give him a fake lottery ticket if I didn't know he would make a fuss about it." And there is an update, but let's take stock.
Yes, let's do that.
Do you think their relationship should continue?
Well, as Maya212 says in the comments, I think it's time for a divorce chant. Could we all hop in on here?
I'm so down.
Divorce,
Divorce,
divorce, divorce,
divorce.
divorce. Yeah, get it out. Yeah, how many do we do? Do we do 4? Do we do 3?
I don't know. I feel like I started it. And I
Started the divorce chant?
Yeah, I feel like I started.
Oh.
Wait a
no,
second.
yo,
Wait a second.
yo.
Hold on.
Oh, no, you did
This goes way back when.
I don't know. I feel like I was.
We
I
have been
was-
yelling divorce. Yeah, see, look, everyone in the comments. Divorce, divorce, divorce. Yeah.
Also, someone said Cinderella is so quiet. Am I Cinderella and is my mic quiet?
I think it is a little low. Maybe we could bump her on
got
the
you,
Bump
I
me
got
up.
you.
focus right.
Buttercup.
Bump me up, Doc.
Yeah,
Um,
speak up.
Let
I'm
me
sorry.
speak
I'm
up.
speaking as loudly as I can.
Yes. Riley, if you could scroll through, I know we got a lot of divorces from AJ, Kim Quant, little something. But let's see over here. Okay, so Kim Quant also says OP's husband is a whole red flag.
Yes. So big red
Pull out
flag.
those red flags. Absolute divorce
Yeah.
chant. EVC
100%.
on TikTok says, lol, been watching your show for the last 3 years, low-key. That's amazing because we've only existed for 2. And it's weird because my ex's bed name is John. What? BD? My ex's name? Oh, my ex-boyfriend. That's what it was. My ex-boyfriend's name. You know what, Evie? John is a pretty common name.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That is pretty common.
It's John. What's like the thing? John Doe. There we go. That's
John
what I was
Doe.
looking for.
Yes.
John
My last
Doe.
name isn't Doe, but
Yeah, very
but you
common.
know.
Yeah.
Sophia, why don't you get to some comments? Looks like Riley's got one for you there.
Yeah, I'm really appreciating Daniel Pfeiffer saying if Sophia said she started it, she started it.
No.
That's
no.
fake
I
news.
don't
Red
know what
flag.
to tell you.
Red flag.
Red flag.
I guess it's true. It's in writing. So,
There you go.
what else? Sarah Badoff says something unimportant. I'm just kidding. Sarah Badoff says you guys have been saying that since at least last year.
Thank you, Sarah.
I
There we
was
go.
here last year.
No.
Hold on. We're technicalities. Come on with that. I've been here since last year. December of last year. My goodness.
Yeah.
The end of December at that. My goodness gracious.
Yes, everyone's supporting me. I love
Oh.
it.
Yeah.
John Smith.
Emerald says what Sophia says goes. Guys, we know Sophia is the most powerful. We know that she's the queen.
Thank you. Nita Fountain also says, I definitely heard Sophia said divorce. Lol. I think I just I said it so much that it was associated with me.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, I've completely lost my place. Update. There is an update.
There's an update. Let's get it.
Yes. All right. So update. My husband came back home last night. I had cooled off, and then he ruined it by saying I was overreacting. No, don't do that.
Oh.
That it was funny, and he wanted to make me laugh. I told him I was going to file for divorce because it was the last straw. He then started crying and begging me not to. He begged me to give him a second chance. I said he already got a second chance, and he squandered it by reminding me that I do all the daily chores in this house. This was why our marriage was rocky. I work in the medical field while he is a blue-collar worker. Both of our jobs require long hours, but if I mess up, people die. He once said that I went through all that schooling just to get covered in blood and poop. He took it back after, but he wanted to make me feel low. He started doing that a bit after COVID started. He sounds awful.
He really does.
I do the cooking and cleaning. I do the laundry, the sweeping, the dentist appointments. All he does is create more work for me. He wanted me to pack him lunch because his friends' wives do. His friends' wives are either stay-at-home moms or they have part-time jobs. I do not have the time or energy to do that. He said he mows the lawn. Well, guess what? It's winter, and I had to shovel the driveway because I had work in the morning and he had the day off. I make more money. I bought our house at a low rate during COVID because his credit was too low.
Dude.
I had to save the money for a down payment. I pay our mortgage. What did he contribute to my life? If I didn't have him in my life, I would have clean floors all the time and more money. At least he could contribute love. He said he loved me, but he doesn't do anything to prove it. So I asked him for flowers or chocolate or a nice card, literally anything to show some love. But instead, he dropped flower petals to a sink full of dirty dishes, pots, and pans. It's not even original.
It's
I'm
not.
done. I'm going to file for divorce.
Wow.
As you should.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Can we put the tinfoil hats on? Because I have a
post?
end story conspiracy.
No more updates, but John's got an
I
update.
got one just
John's got an
for
update
life.
of his own.
I think that OP's husband knows that he makes less money, that he sucks.
Yeah.
And he's like,
That he's not funny.
that he's
and
not
his jokes aren't
funny,
original.
And his jokes are unoriginal. And he's like, what can I do to like feel some sort of like, I'm so insecure. I need something to like make me feel good. And like I
Yeah.
can tell my wife to do the dishes with rose petals as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's literally just trying to like assert the little control he has.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have it.
Like
but
you,
he's
you think you can tell me I have
Yeah.
one final chance? Well, guess what? I'll
Yeah.
use it to tell you to do dishes. How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah.
Divorce. That's what that's about. So,
Big time.
and we're back in reality. But honestly, that I
Yeah.
think that is reality.
I'm glad she did divorce him.
Truly.
She deserves better. She deserves someone who will lay out some rose petals to a beautiful dinner and
That is true.
a lovely bath.
I have a question though, Sophia.
Yes.
Do we deserve to go for a third hour if we hit $100 in donations in
Absolutely.
the chat?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, y'all. Guys, we've raised it. Have we crunched the numbers yet?
We had, I think, around 50.
Around 50 or so? Yeah, that sounds
Last
accurate.
time. I didn't see any more.
But we if we get $100 in the chat, again, no pressure if you don't want to, but we'll go for a third hour and hang out with y'all for a little bit longer. So if you want to support your boys, throw some in the chat. Speaking of which, looks like Lisa from Facebook has something for Sophia.
Oh, yes. Sophia, you should get some cheap plastic hard hats and spray paint them silver for new conspiracy theory hats. That's such a great idea because these ones are trash. I made these out of aluminum foil and they're toast.
We have destroyed them. We have absolutely destroyed them.
Yeah.
Who else? Susan Martin says, "No, you're not being the a-hole. Baked goods take time."
I think that's a callback to the Valentine's
Right.
story. Yes. Yes.
What a throwback. What a throwback.
Yeah. And then Kimberly Fine says merch hats that say conspiracy.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the conspiracy of whether or not we'll get some conspiracy hats.
Whether we'll
Conspiracy hats, but they're bucket hats.
Ooh, interesting.
Christian would
Kinda-
wear those.
That's true.
Yeah.
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 Guys, would you want some conspiracy hats? Let us know. Actually, we'll probably start planning our next merch drop in the near future.
Yeah.
We have this drop for red flag, green flag ending today.
Yeah. And we also have our Valentine's Day kind of sweaters.
That's
I
right.
think also live.
They are also
Yeah.
live. That is absolutely correct.
I'm modeling them.
That's true. Crushing it. So, hey, get those for the people you love. But you know what I love?
Bowler hats. That's funny.
I do love bowler hats, but I also
You
love
bowler.
this next story, which I
Yes.
believe is me. So let me dive into
You-
it here. So let me pull it up. And guys, we're almost down to our stories here. So we shall see. I believe is this 8, producer Riley?
This is.
8.
Let me calculate.
Calculating.
This is,
Calculating.
7 out of 10. So this is.
But we do have more.
Wait.
Yes,
Or
we
is
do.
it
Yeah.
6 out of
This
10?
is just 10 of the Valentine's
Oh my
Day.
gosh.
That is
themed.
true. I'm gonna do
Let's see,
6.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're on our 7th one.
Cool.
It's a longie.
It's a
You
longie.
can go to essay. Go to essay. Go to essay.
I'm good.
Sarah Batoff, I will ask my mom because I know she found it on a website about the pattern for my
For the lovely
Poncho.
that she has. Do we do a
Poncho.
long one or a short one? Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. Short one and a swap, so you guys get a Sam and Sophia. Right after this, my boyfriend thinks my dad's gifts are creepy. Is it a red flag?
What kind of gifts?
What gift would constitute creepy? Guys, put it in the chat.
Yeah.
What would be a creepy gift to get
get
from
from
your
your dad.
father-in-law? What would be a creepy gift?
What's the creepiest gift? Oh, you're asking me.
Yes, I am.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to like say it because it's too creepy.
Well, y'all put it down in the comments below.
That would be really
We
creepy.
got some, yep,
Little
a vibrator
mini
from
me.
Little Tree and Web. Yep, that would be
Yeah.
pretty creepy.
No, I was.
Oh my.
gosh.
Lingerie from Danielle and Nicole Stewart. Yeah, absolutely.
That would be pretty
Lingerie or
creepy.
sexy pajamas from Catherine. Absolutely. Panties. Yeah, we're kind of getting the same gifts. Oh, Victoria's Secret voucher.
Yeah, thank you, Patricia Yates. It is too creepy to say out loud.
It is. But let's get into the story from Throw RA Oat Milk. Every
Jessica.
year from Valentine's Day, my dad, 59 male, gives/sends me, 23 female, flowers and a box of chocolates.
That's what's gonna be creepy.
Awful.
My dad does that. Literally every year. That's like a very normal thing.
Unacceptable.
Okay, I want to hear what he has to say because that's not creepy at all.
He has done this every year since I was old enough to
Yeah.
remember. He would always give them to me when I was little, and when I went to college and beyond, he has them delivered to me. It's just a cute tradition for us. I didn't say cute tradition, but I threw that in there. I think it's sweet, and I grew up in a really tight-knit, close family. I started dating my boyfriend, Mark, 25 male, a little over a year ago. Last Valentine's Day, I got the usual delivery from my dad. Mark said, "Oh, your dad sent you those? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. That's it. That's all." But that's not all, because Tacos of Love just donated $5 to our chat to keep us going for 3 years. And they say he might be with her for the money. But did she get life insurance? Just tinfoil hatting here. Taco of Love putting on the tinfoil hat right there. Although, by the way, I think I mistakenly thought it was the father-in-law. It is a actual father.
No, this is the father.
The
getting
father,
her like
father.
cute little Valentine's Day chocolate and
Yes.
flowers.
So we missed. But is it creepy for the dad to get flowers and chocolate for Valentine's Day? Guys, put in the comments, creepy or not. Let us know, please. And also, shout out to Maya212 for the $250 donation with the Shiba dog as well. Fast forward to this year. Last night, Mark, my boyfriend, and I were discussing our Valentine's Day plans for this year, like what restaurant we should go to, and he made a passing comment about he was hoping that I didn't get any creepy gifts in the mail this year.
What?
No
Oh, I
creepy
hate
gifts?
Mark.
We hate you, Mark.
I hate you, Mark.
I was confused and asked him, "What did you mean?" And he said, "You know how you got that stuff from your dad last year? It's creepy for a dad to be sending his adult daughter's Valentine's Day gifts." That's creepy. I
disagree.
also disagree. I
disagree.
think it's cute. I think it's cute.
very cute. My dad does
Very
that
cute.
every year.
Come on. That's
It's
amazing.
just sweet.
Shout out, guys.
Mark sucks.
The Donner dad is he's always on it, man. He's
Yeah.
got that parenting
Yeah,
thing.
He sent me like a little bear in the mail when I was at college. It's very
Cute.
sweet.
It is
Yeah.
cute.
Valentine's Day is not, personally, I don't think it's just a day about like romantic relationships. I think it's also just a day in general about love.
What do we do? Sophia, what do we do in elementary school?
We give everyone Valentines. The whole class gave everyone Valentines.
That's right.
Yeah. And at my school, I don't know if same for your school,
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't bring enough for everyone, then you weren't allowed to share them.
Really?
So everyone had to get a Valentine
Otherwise, you
because
were
you're
just
spreading the love to as much people.
excommunicated.
Yeah, they were like, no.
there,
Like,
no
you couldn't
love
give
for you.
like if you wanted to give like a Valentine's Day gift to like just your friend group, you couldn't do it.
Oh, just the friend group. I see.
You would have to give it out to the whole class. Yeah.
Right. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So Opie says, I was taken aback because it's not like my dad sent me lingerie or something like that. It was just flowers and some chocolate.
Yeah.
And I tried explaining to Mark that this is a tradition, and I've always shared this with my dad. He stands firm that it is creepy and weird. He said that he's asked his friends, and they all thought it was weird too.
Oh my God, what kind of friends does he have?
What kind of friends you got, Mark?
Bad ones.
If that is your real name, which it isn't. I tried to let it go, but it's been bothering me. Number one, I have never heard of these kinds of negative comments from Mark before, and I'm not sure whether it's a
Red flag.
red
It
flag.
is.
Talk about it. Why is it a red flag?
Because he shouldn't be like. I feel like some people are saying in the chat that he feels threatened by OP's dad, which is weird. That's weird to be like, wow, I have to compete with her dad for Like, just get her a better Valentine's Day and then your gift, and then you're in the
That's
clear.
true. That's true. Who
Just
made
work
that
harder.
comment, by the way?
A couple people made it.
Scroll up a little, Riley.
Or maybe only yeah, the
Uh,
Raven said, so insecure, he feels threatened by dad. And then Sarah Badoff, oh, Mark, sorry she had a father who made sure she had self-esteem and knows how to be treated.
My bad. My bad for
So
giving her
sorry.
self-esteem and letting her know that I love her.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, it's the best way to know that, you know, like how you should be treated by your partner, future
Absolutely.
partners.
Absolutely.
This is the standard.
That's the standard.
Yeah.
You got to be this high to ride the ride. Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that is your real name.
If that's your real name, which it isn't. I have never been in a serious relationship before, and I'm still figuring all of this out. Now, number two, when my dad's delivery comes this month, I don't want Mark to feel uncomfortable Number 3, is it creepy for my dad to be sending this stuff? I have never found it so, but would like to hear others' perspectives. Thanks. Okay, so really quick, we have the 1, 2, 3. So
Yes.
number 1, is this a red flag from Mark? Number 2, should OP hide the gift from Mark? And number 3, is it creepy? We've already talked about number 1. It's definitely a red flag. Number 2, should OP hide the gift?
She should
Mark.
hide Mark from her life.
That is exactly what she should do.
She should break up with him.
Put you in a box and lock it.
Ship
And
you off.
That's
to
right.
Somewhere else.
That's right.
Yeah.
Susan Martin says, no, John, you're not the a-hole. I save them for a while, and then I throw them out. I didn't know I was up for debate of being the a-hole here. I guess that might make me an a-hole after all.
Also, JR. Oh, we go back up a little bit, Riley. JRO says all of Mark's friends are imaginary. Of course, they agree with him.
I was talking
That's
to
really
Blue
true.
and Big Red basketball guy. Who are the guys from Foster's Home for Imaginary
dude,
Friends?
yes,
Wilt.
yes.
Yes.
I was talking to Wilt
I
and
love that
Cheese.
show.
Boo and Cheese.
What was the one that like Coco?
Yeah, Coco.
Coco.
Yeah, it was Coco.
I
Yeah.
get it, yeah.
I was talking to Coco and Cheese, and they're all
Yeah.
like, all my homies were like, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
that's so creepy.
That's so creepy. What the heck?
Yeah.
That's crazy. What is that? I can't see the username, but
Make it matter.
Thank you. It says Mark needs therapy. Absolutely. Kristen Sherry says no. I think it's nice of him. That sounds like he's a real good dad. Christina says yes, it's a red flag. No, don't hide it. And no, what was the third one? There isn't anything wrong with that. Oh, calling John not the a-hole is a throwback. Okay, thank you, Kim Quat, for helping us understand. And Pinky.
We're crackling.
Oh, we are
We're gonna go
crackling.
audio off.
Crackling.
Alrighty,
Adios.
audio off. Full off.